Hi guys, welcome. Good morning. Um, Sorry that my face is not all at all present in the video because what I needed for you to understand was the sentences. Um, I'm gonna re-explain all the sentences that I have explained you before in the class so you can kind of review them. And the best part of this is if you don't understand, I'm not gonna erase the board. You can rewind the video, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's start, I guess. The first sentence that you have to start making is simple present positive tense. So let's start making that. Remember that the simple present tense it's something that happens in the now. It's can't see it. And if I can see it, you can see it either. I'm sorry, the board is new, so I'm not really sure if it's working or not. So we'll see. Much better. Thank you. So remember, the simple present tense is something that is happening now. And as much as it's something that is happening right now, you have to remember that this is as the sentence says, the simplest form of a sentence. So this is how we are going to start it. For an example, this is something that I do. I clean. See? This is something that is very simple. No a lot of formulas, not a lot of complication. So the guide says simple present positive tense with the noun I. So I give you a specific noun to use. In this case, we're using the noun I. The verb to say. Remember that we were using, for the verbs, we were using to as the root form of the verb. So we're trying to say in there that what we're using is say, but you can say I say, you say, we say, they say. So to would be the root form of your verb. And then we have synonym id. Remember that you have used your thesaurus or your dictionary to find the synonyms, and the comparative of fast. So remember, comparative. Something that you kept asking me, what was the difference between comparative and superlative? And as you can remember from the class 2 quarters ago, the comparative form is the one that ends in er or more than. And superlative is the one that ends in est or the most. Or in the case of it's something that is regular, the biggest, the prettiest. Okay, so we have that, and then we have, for an example, if it's a regular, we have pretty. If it's regular, we can just add er at the end of the word, so we add prettier. See, very easy. Remember that you have a list of all the of all these words in your notebook, so you can use them. But if we have an irregular, then what we do is that we write more than. So for an example, we write more beautiful than. See? And then if we are doing the superlative, remember what in this case, before going to the superlative, we're trying to compare two things because it's comparative. So we're saying more beautiful than Sheila, more beautiful than me, more beautiful than my sister. But in the case of the superlative, it's the super one. It's the one that shows everybody that is the unique, the one that stands out. So for an example, I say that, and this is something that you were forgetting through your homework, the prettiest. The prettiest means that there's no one to compare to her. She is the one that is the pretty. And if we're using an irregular one, the most beautiful. So see, there's no compare. She's the one that is the most beautiful amongst all the people in the place. So, when you were using this in your sentences, you were forgetting to add this part. And remember, I told you, one mistake in the sentence and the whole meaning of the sentence changes. Now, simple present tense is going to use this, but also all of the rest of the sentences are going to use this. So what you can do to practice them before you start making sentences is that you can make a list of them. So you can write in there, comparative, and superlative. Sorry that I'm running around. I have the board in the top of two cushions. And then you can, sorry that it looks kind of weird. You know that my biggest skill in the world is not writing on the board. So you can write a list of words that you can compare using these kind of tenses. For an example, you can write nice as a root word. And then you can write nicer than, because it's a regular. And in the case of superlative, the nicest. Okay? Sorry, my handwriting. You know me, guys. Don't burn me through that. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try one that is irregular, so you can try to make it. Tall, pretty, beautiful, ugly. Ugly is regular. Gorgeous. One word that you were struggling through the whole class. Gorgeous. Gorgeous is a word that it means something that is completely beautiful. Gorgeous. So in this case, because this is not regular, we are going to add the word more gorgeous than when we compare it to someone, and the most gorgeous. Okay? So these are two ways that you can make them. If you have them and they're regular, you just have to have ER and than to compare it to someone. Remember to compare it to someone, because that was another problem that you had in your homework. You wrote nicer than, but nicer to whom? You have to compare it to someone. Nicer than Obed, nicer than the mister, nicer than, I don't know, Dana. And then gorgeous, it's an irregular word. And sometimes when I give you irregular words in your list, usually I make a small, I don't know the name of that in English, a small figure in there. So you can know, a small sign, so you can know that you are not doing a regular word, that you're going to use this form instead of this form. Now, what you can do to practice that is that I'll give you a list of words right now that you can use in order for you to practice it. Let's see. Let's help each other with this. Comparative, superlative, yes. I hope that they give me a lot of mixed regular and irregular, so you can have a mix of both of them. Okay? Yep, they give me. Okay, so we have, let's write in here chart 1. Okay? And this is going to be your homework. So you are going to do comparative, no, root word, comparative, superlative. I hope that you're staying inside your house and you're not going anywhere and being safe. Because I'm expecting to see you very soon, right? Okay, so we have angry. Angry is gonna be regular. That, This is one word that has given you trouble because there are two ways that you can do it. But in this case, we are going to use the irregular form. Okay? Remember words and words? We already used beautiful. Big. Oh, big is regular. Bitter. No. Bossy. You know that some of your classmates are bossy, telling you what to do. Brave. And guys, please don't text me and tell me, Mister, what does mean bossy? Google it. Busy. Oh. And on and on. If you go to Google and you write list of superlative and comparative, you can also find more words to do. So you are going to have to find 50 in total. 50 words that you should find, and you should write them in comparative and superlative. Something that you should not forget is to write angrier than and the angriest. Because if you forgot those parts, then you are not doing your homework complete. And this is something that most of you forgot in the exams when we were studying this quarter, when we were studying this topic last quarter. You forgot to write that and you forgot to write that. So far this is going to be the first homework that I'll give you. We're closing this video with this part because in order for you to make a sentence, you have to know this part. I think that I wrote gorgeous incorrectly. Teachers of the world, if you're using this, don't... Ooh, I wrote it incorrectly. Gorgeous. Embarrassing. See, this is going to be a, I'm sorry that I didn't go to school to learn how to speak English. I learned how to speak English by reading, watching movies, and working in an orphanage. So my English is not very professional. So I make mistakes. My kids make mistakes, and I make mistakes. So please don't burn me through that. At least I found that I had a mistake before you told me, right? Okay, so 50 words, comparative and superlative in your notebook. So when you have those words, you can you can practice them for when you have to make the sentences. We're gonna close this video with this. Do your 50 words, comparative and superlative in your notebook, and then in the next video we are going to start probably making your sentences. See you guys.